Hi everybody, it's AJ with Trading Trainer. Hey listen, it's time that we have a moment of reckoning. It's time that we have kind of a come to the good side about the subject of Picklist Services. Do you know what that is? A Picklist service is a service where somebody promises you through probably some really amazing marketing that they're going to send you by email or text message or even upload them into your investing portfolio, whether it be a service with like TD Ameritrade or Schwab. They're going to send you things that you can immediately buy or sell. And I get a lot of questions about this. Mostly the questions are, hey, do you have a Picklist service that we can subscribe to? Listen, I want you to start kicking in some common sense here. If you could pay somebody $47 a month or $97 a month, $250 a month, $1,000 a month, and be guaranteed that they would give you trades that you could then take to the bank for profits, wouldn't we all find the money to do that? And wouldn't we all be rich? And common sense tells us we're not. Investing is much harder than that. In fact, think about this. If somebody did have that service, wouldn't they go ahead and just use it for themselves and be very, very rich? Or they charge a lot more than what you're doing? What we're talking about here is being an active investor, right? And that's what a lot of us want to be. In fact, I got a phone call from somebody who said they had been buying and selling stocks for 30 years but yet all they wanted was a Picklist service. And I'm not talking about like scanners. Like I've got scanners with all of my services. These are little tools that could go through the stocks, go through options, whatever you're investing, and find good ideal picks. But you still have to take these and you still have to plan your trade and then trade your plan. And that's around your personal portfolio and the sizing and the timing. That has to do more with you and with market timing than it does with these type of scanners. The scanners just find you some symbols. So scanners are different, but we're talking about people who are asking for a Picklist service. Tell me which stock to buy, which call to sell, which put to buy. That has to go into the planning, right? So what about these Picklist services? There's a bunch out there, and there's a bunch for sale. Are they for real? Think about it. If you're paying $47, $97, $250, whatever the price is, and their marketing is so delicious that they get like 1,000 or even 2,000 or even 10,000 people to sign up, think of how much money they are making in that service. I've been doing this since 2003, and I've seen Picklist services come and go, and it usually leaves a whole bunch of very sad hearts, broken hearts, people who have paid for maybe a year and find that the Picklist service doesn't work. Is this you? Have you ever signed up for a Picklist service and found out that what they're sending you is just bullpucky? It's not even possible. I mean, think about this. This investor called me and he's like, hey, I've been buying and selling stocks for 30 years, and I'm interested in your service. Okay, well, you're going to have to sit down and learn how to plan the trade. This investing thing is a skill, and it's a journey, not a destination. And he said, well, I just want you to tell me what to buy and sell. And I said, for $47 a month? Are you kidding me? That's use your common sense. He said, well, I've been doing, he said he had the experience. Here's the scoop. Right? If you're fertile and you find somebody with the opposite sex and you have an intimate evening, dude, you can make a baby, but can you be a father or a mother? Here's the scoop. The scoop is it's easy to buy and sell stocks. The barrier is very low, but can you actually invest for profit? Being an active investor is a skill. Being an active investor is kind of like me, as many of you know, jumping into the circus arts, right? At the ripe age of 43, back in 2015, I decided to run away and join the circus. And they actually some people refer to me as a professional circus artist, because at one point I did a show where I got paid $25, and now I'm a professional, right? But active investing, just like circus arts, is not something that comes overnight. It takes years, and it's a journey, not a destination, meaning, hey, there's people out there who can show me things on trapeze that I have never done before, and I probably will never be able to do because my body just don't do that at this age, right? Or what about, as many of you know, I am a scuba diving instructor. And I've been doing scuba diving instructor since 2001, if you can believe it. I've been teaching people how to do scuba diving. In fact, one of my specialties is working with folks with adaptive scuba classes, folks that quadriplegics, folks that are paraplegics, blind scuba divers, people that need a little bit of help in addition, or need some. The point is even though I've been doing scuba diving for years, it wasn't easy to become proficient at it. And at the same time, I just recently tried to go for what's called a cave diving certification, and I didn't pass. In fact, I could do the written part, right? I read the books, I knew the answers to the questions, but when it came to them actually testing my skills, I have to do a lot more work at building up those skills. Active investors, anybody who wants to earn money on their money at a higher rate than the risk-free interest rate set by our central banks, somebody who actually wants to, that's a skill that you're going to develop, and a skill that you'll want to have growing, right? And you have to remember that there's no such thing as a Picklist service. And one other thing, if in the past you have purchased into one of these Picklist services, they have your name and they've sold off your name to other Picklist services, you are now a mark, right? And so you are going to have some of the best marketing in the world, because these Picklist services are very profitable, maybe not for you as the consumer, but very profitable for the Picklist service providers. Like I say, they last for maybe a year, maybe even less, 6 months. They collect that money from you and then they disappear, poof, with a ton of money in their bank account. So they're going to have the best marketers targeting you. And if you don't tap into your common sense and say, hey, I want to be an investor. I want to be an investor that earns better returns than the risk-free interest rate. It's going to take work. It's going to take planning. It's going to take skill developing. It's not something I can pay somebody $47 a month for, because it makes no sense. Thanks for letting me bend your ear a little bit. If you like the things that I say, please think about subscribing to my podcast. The details will be below. Think about liking this video on YouTube, subscribing to my YouTube channel, turning on the notifications so that you get told every time I post another YouTube video. Please, the details below for following me on Facebook and Twitter. Do all of that. Help me get along. Thank you so much for your time. Take care, everyone.